Hey there, betting nation. So I thought I've got 10 minutes spare, so I thought I'd just do a quick video with you guys. I haven't looked at anything yet, so you're looking at it in real time with me as well. All I've done here is opened up the races tab, and I've gone down to I was going to say Wolverhampton, Kempton. I really love the all-weather in the winter. I feel like you can really get a grasp of the form. You understand the horses; they run quite regular. And you get to know the course as well. You get to know the good stalls or your draws, and so familiarity. I really like it. So let's have a look at the 4 o'clock race. I know there hasn't been many runs so far. So I'm going to organise it by Betfair current price. For me, that's always a nice starting point. So we see here we've got a favourite at 2.82. I always believe that if you can get a handle on the favourite, I mean that's taking a massive proportion of the percentage of the race, of the actual market. So if we understand what's going to happen here with this horse, then we can make informed decisions and all the rest of them, because whatever happens to this one will have a massive reaction and impact on all these other horses. So let's go down local history. Had one run, held up, so Betfair SB 30.5. No threat to leaders, kept on outside. So let's have a look at it. For me, by the way, someone has told me, really useful, that you can go to Sporting Life as well. And if you've got an account with somebody, with a bookmaker, I can't remember which bookmaker it is, but if you've got an account with somebody, you can see all the replays for free as well. So that's another handy bit of tip. So thank you for that, whoever did that. Local history. So we want to, because I actually pay for the videos on here myself, but obviously if you want it for free, then you can get it on the Betfair website, or you can get it from Sporting Life as well. So let's have a quick look. It's only a 6 furlong race, so it doesn't really matter. Let's pause it first of all, because we want to know exactly what stall this one's coming out of, because how the horse comes out of the stall, email again, local history, comes out of stall 13. So how the horse comes out of the stall will have a big impact on what I may potentially do. Sorry, it's just emailing you the computer. Right, so let's have a look. So stall 13. Come out nicely, nothing wrong with that at all. Could have. Now the thing here is that the stall 13 was no help for this horse whatsoever, because look, you can see the jockey's trying to get cover. It's a little bit free, and so he wants to get some cover. He's finally finding a bit of cover now. Travelling well though, you can tell it's a nice horse. Got all the other ones. Still travelling well, still on the bridle, so are most of them. Just moving out now to mount his challenge on the bridle. Hard on the steel, this one, isn't it? So is that one as well. So it really did never threaten, did it? Never really threatened. So let's have a look how good these are. So that's the 11 to 10 favourite. The 20 to 1 shot. What's it done since? I'll soon tell you. So it's finished third there. 5 to 2 shot, finished third. Went actually down for Racing Post ratings. So it doesn't really matter to me what this one does, because it's so far behind. Well, having said that, it's won. And having said that, it was only 2.5 lengths behind local history, so it does matter. It does have an influence. So this one won and got a rating of 75. Oh, smooth headway. You guys know I love a smooth headway. Smooth. So let's now we know that the form's worked out well, because the horse behind local history has actually won since. And we know it travelled fairly well. It travelled for the first start really well, was a little bit keen, but not too much, and it's only because it didn't have anybody in and around it, didn't have any cover. It was on the outside, or the inside if you want, depends on what your perspective is. Look at that, 5 to 2 down to, what the heck? What the heck, that is consistent support. What are they supposed to have it up on? 5 to 2 shot. Right, so interestingly, it's taken a lot of money today. The thing I like about it is it's drawn in stall 3 as well. So the second favourite, Wedding Date. Now I presume it's a yin and the yang effect, so whatever happened to this one, the opposite of that to happen to this one. Yep, pretty much. So let's have a look then what's happened to our good old friend wedding date. So we'll click here for more information. And by the way, if anybody wants to know what that is, that basically means do you want to comment on the horse? So every single time, basically, we would email you the night before that horse runs just to give you an update of what you've said. So basically, there you go. So you can tag a horse and put it in your tracker, and every single time it runs, this is a tracker, we will email you a list of your comments. So how did this one do? So here it was track leaders, midfield, track leaders. So it scored a 3 for tracking leaders for that run. Race stand side, midfield, scored a 2 in pace for that one. Tracked leaders. So if you see here, it hasn't got a fantastic Dob record. So, and by the way, sorry if this is a long, boring video. It's just me trying to get a grasp of this race. 37% only went down there. 5.9 didn't really go down. Didn't move there too much either. 16 to there. A big movement there. However, I want to have a look at this, because how this runs will affect this horse here. So let's have a look. Do 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 do. That's not it. There's a van that comes out with pies and stuff and has the 80 music on. Right. So wedding date came second, stall 8. Let's have a look. Stall 8 there. Just looks like it's been run off his feet a little bit. Never happy with the position. Back on the bridle now. Go on, look at that canvas there, isn't it? Up and down the undulations. It's not fast, is it? It's not a fast horse. That's why the Betfair input, that would have gone straight up there, the Betfair price. Looks like it was on the right side as well. Then looks like these horses didn't have any chance, so that obviously impacts. No wonder it went to 1.1. I personally don't like the way this horse travels. I just believe it gets taken off his feet too early. Don't come out the stalls particularly fast. And look at that, them two are well clear. Yeah, there was a massive disadvantage being that backside as well. So wedding date was at a massive advantage being on this side as well. So you've got to remember that for that run. Let's just have another quick look at this one. Oh man, I won't look at this one because it's too hard to look. Because when there's 28 runners like that, you just can't focus on your horse you want to look at. So let's have a look here. Blown by wind. I remember this blown by wind. It was a fast early juvenile. So there's our horse there, stall 1. So he just hasn't got the speed from the gates, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the Betfair price will drift out because of that. In play anyway. 9 to 4 shot here as well. Just on the outside there now. Just starting to get pushed along. Because the favourite is there, the price of this horse will never go down too much because the favourite is going well on the front end, so that will hold up the price of this horse here. I don't really think we've learnt too much here, apart from the fact that it hasn't got a lot of speed from the gates. So, right. And by the way, I know a lot of you don't like doing juveniles, juvenile races with very, very limited runs, and I completely get that and understand that. I'm a little bit different because I do enjoy it. I do enjoy looking at these 2-year-old races. So now what I'll do is I'm going to have a look at this one as well, but I won't bore you guys to death with this video because it's been an awful long one. Let's have a look here. In mid-division, throught fast, chase leaders, soon led. Stall 10 though, so it's gonna have a trouble here. So stall 10, don't particularly like that stall in this race. Stall 8, don't like that stall. I do like stall 3. If it was a bit higher, then I would potentially do an in-play trade on this horse because I feel like the way this horse travelled the first time, it's going to get cover as well in stall 3. So for me, the positives are local history. The negatives are wedding day. I think this will go up in price. You can see by how many times it's dobbed in the last 5, 1 out of the last 5. I don't know about YOLO, again, because we haven't watched the replay, so I don't want to bore you too much. Let's just quickly have a look at the 430 race. Silver River. Again, the race will focus around Silver River. What I do will focus around Silver River purely because of the massive market share that this horse takes up. Now it's stall 8, which is interesting because obviously stall 8 is not ideal. So track leaders effort. Slowly away in rear, still only 10th and well off the pace. Over 2 furlongs, good progress. Around 2 around 45% went down. High. See, this is interesting for me here. 2.21 there, and it only went to a high of 2.56 when it won the race. So you can tell that it never ever really looked like it was going to get beaten. So let's have a quick look. And I realise that it's boring for you guys, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, so here we go. Silver River. And let's see if the phone's working out well as well. Right, so stall 7. Not particularly working out well. It's only one horse and it's very limited. Let's have a look. Referee. Oh, beating odds on Saturday. Stayed on around. Beating odds on, so by 1.5 runs potentially. This race is not working out very well. I mean, like I say, it's only limited information we've got, so we're making a snap judgment on very limited data. But again, Silver River went down from 64 there, 64 racing plus rating down to 42, beating 15 lengths. So that's not what you want to see. Put it that way. If you're doing an in-play trade, is it? I mean, don't get me wrong. These have been beaten by a long way, so these don't hold too much weight in the argument for these ones. 38 again, which still went down in the run. So interesting. So let's see how this horse runs then. So stall 7. So there he is. Beautifully away, wasn't he? What distance is this race? 1 mile 4. So it's exactly the same. At 1 mile 4 furlongs, we've just seen at a high draw, it's not impossible to tack across, is it? So that's not such a negative. There he is on the inside. We can fast forward a little bit. It's a grey horse, so he's easy to spot. He's travelling well, isn't he? Look at that, beautiful. Everybody else is off the bridle. Look, it got snatched up there. Oh, you got to watch that bit again. Right, so keep an eye out. Here he is there. Travelling beautifully well. Haley Turner gets him all sorts of trouble here, though. There he is. Still travelling well. There. Nowhere to go. All dressed up and nowhere to go. Snatched up there. panicking now, Haley 10. And I want to get out, I want to get out, I want to get out, I need to get out. Boom, boom, boom. Smashed a couple of horses. Look at that. Different class. Beautiful. No wonder it never went up in price. Yeah, brilliant performance. Really, really positive performance. So we've got some contrasting views here, really, and contradictions, because the form is just upsetting me a little bit. That's all. But travelled so well. I can't believe it hadn't got travelled well or smooth headway or something like that, because for me that was definitely smooth headway. Now I'd look at something like quicksand. So track leader led 2 fouls out. How's that one? Interesting. Oh, go on, let's look at it real quick. I didn't want to bore you guys, I was going to look at it myself later, but let's have a look. Can't help it, I'm addicted. I reckon that, say, like 1,000 people watch this video to start with. I reckon there's only probably 10 people. Don't worry, you're my 10. Quicksand, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, go. Quicksand, join stall 1. Laboured-ish start. Not reading into it probably a bit too much. Interesting. Yeah, so let's see. There we go, on the home turn. There he is. Oh, she is. There she is. Filly. On the inside. And by the way, don't forget the software will be opening. Dorsa software, beautiful little gap there. Beautiful little gap. It was almost made for her. Got there too soon now. The jockey's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here this soon. Go on, you go on, you go on. Got there a bit too soon. Doors open too easily. And now he just has to be kept up to her work. And I hope she doesn't like being in front too long. She's by far and away the best horse in the race. Look, she just doesn't want to be in front. Doesn't want to be in front too soon. As soon as the other horse comes in our line, then she goes a bit further and past her again. Anyway, the Dorsa software open up in just over a week's time. So make sure you sign up to the waiting list below. So, I think this one's a tough race, a very, very tough race. It's probably not a race that I'll be looking at. Let's just have a quick... Oh. We don't want to look at that race. Come on. Oh, damn internet. Right, so here, Mike Johnson, Joe Fanning, Rebel Assault, pace graph of 10. Let's organise it by pace this time. There we go. So, Rum Runner has the best ratings. Rebel Assault has the second in terms of lead. Drawing stall 2 and 4. This could be interesting. Who gets the lead? Prominent, lead. So, but only led 6 furlongs out. And the race is 6 furlongs today. So I don't really think this one is going to be vying for the lead. Let's have a quick look here. Get rid of them. Led briefly before settling in third. Chase winners. No. Okay, this one does not trade much shorter in running, does it? And by the way, we've got a later back, for those of you who are still here, we've got a later back tab that's going to be open in the next few days. I've been talking to the developer today, so hopefully that'll be up and running soon. Interesting, only Dob 1 in 5. So what's the favourite here then? 2.66, Dob 3 out of 5. There we go. Betfair SP of 2.54 and only went to a Betfair high of 2.28. That's really impressive. But then this one lets it down 4.3, only went down to 3.85. This one's bloody hell, went to an in-play high of 340, went down to 1.01. Got beaten actually. Anyway, so guys, this is just an overview of the software tonight. I'll be having a look. So I do fancy a trade tonight. I fancy, I want some Christmas money, some extra Christmas money. So I'll be having a look at some more trades this week. All right, thank you so much for watching this bizarrely long video. I hope you saw the benefit of the software, what software can do. Like I say, it's just an Erases page today. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for watching. And the best one for me tonight, what I've seen so far, is in the 4 o'clock race. I need to have a look at YOLO again. You only live once. Where's my favourite? There we go. Local history. Obviously, I'm going to look at the replay again. I'll probably, if I get a chance, let you guys know if I'm doing it on Twitter. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. This is DMB signing off.